What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. Obviously, as you guys can see, we have the Tahoe in the garage today, and from the title and the thumbnail, you guys can tell that we actually are going to be changing out the headlight housings and replacing them all with LEDs as far as the bulbs go. So with that being said, let me show you guys what I picked up for the front end of this thing. So we turn over here to my workbench, aka my toolbox. You guys can see this is the box for the headlight housings. This is actually the same brand that I used for the Sierra for the clear housings on that truck. So mind you, I did say clear housings. This is an all-white truck. The Sierra is a pearl white truck. So with that being said, obviously I had to do some clear housings to match, well, not really match, but to go along with the white. For our bulbs, if you guys have been following for a while, you know that Last Fit has been one of the sponsors on the channel, and they were nice enough to basically send out all the bulbs that we will hopefully need for this job that we have today. So we do have some regular, I don't believe these are the switchbacks. I will have to look at my order again, but we do have some low beam 9006 bulbs here. I did not do high beams because I mostly drive in the city, and between my headlights and my fog lights, I'm gonna have all the light I need basically. As I just mentioned, I did say fog lights, so these are the fog lights that we have here. I did go back with some more switchbacks that already have resistors built into them. So if you guys remember my Sierra video, these are the same bulbs that I used for that truck. And then we also have some regular 3157 daytime running lights, as well as the 2 peanut bulbs. So those are all the lights that we'll hopefully need for this project today. First thing I'm gonna do though is, you guys know I've said it before, when doing these aftermarket housings, a lot of times they are not sealed off great. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my silicone and throw a thin bead around all 4 of these housings and let that dry while I begin to remove the old one. All right, y'all, so to take these out is literally the easiest thing possible. You have 1 pin here, 1 pin there, and that will get the top one out, and then the bottom one, it literally just clips in. So I'm gonna go ahead and take these out. As you guys can see, pin just turns, and then I pull up. Same thing with that one. And then once I pull up, I'll be able to take that one out, and then again, the bottom one just clips in. All right, you guys can see I got the first one out. Looks like, being that this truck did come with some cheap LEDs whenever I bought it, looks like to get the new ones in, because I believe the new ones do have fans as well, I'm gonna probably have to take off the bracket that mounts in here. So but yeah, first headlight out. All right, you guys can see I have both out. Again, only thing I did for the bottom one, basically push in on this side and pull out, and then the whole section comes out. So I have my bulbs hanging here. I'm gonna go ahead, start getting them switched out. This one is my high beam, and as I mentioned before, I'm not gonna be replacing this one with an LED bulb, so I'm gonna just leave that one hanging. And again, I'm gonna have to see about the low beam to see if I need to take that bracket off or not.
A few moments later.
So guys, as you guys can see, I do have all 3 of my new LEDs plugged into the sockets, so I can go ahead and get them screwed into my new housing here. As you guys can see, there's a little slot literally right there, and that's where this end will fit into, and then there's this clip right here, and that's gonna hit right there into that slot. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this screwed in, and then we can move on to the top portion.
The next day.
All right, guys, my apologies for the abrupt cut. last we left off, I did have the lights plugged in to that housing. Well, not even the housing, just the plug sockets. And then I went to go ahead and install the housing for the bottom on the left side, and I could not get it to stay in or clip in no matter what I did. And come to find out, the actual locking tab was basically flimsy, and every time you try to insert it, it would just bend heavily and would never lock in. So what I end up having to do is I had to buy some more clear housings. As you can see, these are a little different style than what we have. This is the top one. So this one is more of a basic style. And here is the one we were trying to install. And this is what I mean by the locking tab was flimsy. So on the new one here, for one, you can see it's a lot thicker, and this one does not flex nearly as much as this one. So hopefully these are going to solve the issue that I was having. But one thing I did want to think about doing is I still like the styling of the top. So I was thinking maybe, I'm pretty sure this is the right side, by the way, but maybe do it like that. So I used the top Amazon one and the bottom one from the ones I got here locally. So I'm gonna see how that looks, but for right now, I'm gonna install these outside now. I'm not about to move. You can see I got Yvette here. Not really feeling like moving around cars again. So got a little bit of shade. So I'm gonna finish this install in the driveway. All right, here's the moment of truth.
One eternity later.
A little update. As you guys can see, I do have the bottom housing in, but it did not clip in as easy as it should have. As you guys can see, I had to run a zip tie just so it would stay in here, but I zip tied it to the grill, so definitely not going anywhere now. But it's gonna suck because I do plan on changing this grill out eventually, but for now, that's our temporary fix. All right, you guys, so we do have our new upper housing sitting here. As you guys can see, I did have to move this bracket out the way for the low beam. Only thing it is just 4 screws here connected to the adjusters, and I just moved it out the way just so I can get the low beam in. Again, the high beam I'm not replacing. So here we have our low beam last fit auto lighting bulbs. They've changed the stickers since the last time I've used them, so shout out to them. But now I'm going to take these, install them into the housing, and I'm gonna get them set up and everything so we can get the housing put into our slot here. All right, so side 1 is in all the way. As you guys can see, this one is pointed up a lot, but I just have to play with the adjustments for now. So yeah, now I get to go ahead and do that one. I'm gonna probably do that one off camera just because we have to fight so much with this one. So you guys saw a lot of this one. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this one on and then show you guys what it looks like finished all together. All right, you guys, so we are now at the final segment of this video. I do have all 4 housings installed. As you guys can see, I am out in the truck right now on my way home from work, and honestly, it has to be nighttime for me to show you guys just how good these last fit bulbs are. Now, mind you, all of these bulbs will be down, linked in the description, so be sure to go ahead and pick you guys up some. But once again, this is going to show you guys what everything looks like all put together. You guys can see, and honestly, from this whole video, I do not have any more amber lenses on any of my lights. I did use the Amazon top housings and I did use the second set of housings for my bottom. I just think it looks a little bit cleaner that way. The other ones that I bought for the top housing just were like basically the stock ones, just without the amber, and you know, that was kind of basic. So the Amazon ones do have this little extra design right there. So we're actually going to start with the DRLs. The DRLs do come on obviously whenever you're driving in the daytime, but at nighttime they actually come on whenever you unlock the truck. So you guys can see they are super bright, and mind you, I'm parked under a light right here myself, and you guys can see how bright these things are still. I do have this side marker light that is also clear, that also goes hand in hand with the turn signal. You guys can see that is also white. And now this is with the key on. This is what the truck looks like running at nighttime. So you guys can see I have my low beam headlights on. Once again, I didn't do high beams just because you guys can see just how bright these are. Obviously I have LED fog lights as well, so you guys can only imagine just how bright those are added to the equation. I will turn them on just for the effect of the video. And there we have it with the fog lights as well. So you guys can see, definitely do not need high beam lights. So this is how this is how I run it at night. I will put a video over this right now of how it looks riding down the highway. It is currently about 10:30 right now, so that video was taken right before this shot that you guys are seeing right now. So yeah guys, this is low beams, technically part of the signal light in the side marker in the fog lights. But to show you guys what these switchbacks look like, again, these are the canvas free, so you do not need resistors on these. But this is what they do look like once I activate the turn signals. You guys can see it does turn orange, and then the side marker goes hand in hand with the signal light. But I think it looks good being that everything is white. As you guys can see on this right side without the turn signal, it just gives it a much cleaner look. But yeah guys, this is what the turn signal looks like, and this is what all four, basically whenever the hazards are on, this is what the truck looks like. Definitely a clean look with the clear housings. So let me know what you guys think. Do you guys feel like this was a big upgrade? I mean, I definitely like it a lot more than the stocks. And being that this is a white truck, mind you, it do have some cosmetic issues, but that's whatever right now. But the clear housing definitely gave this truck a cleaner look. Huge thank you to Last Fit for sending out these bulbs for this video. They have been a great sponsor to the channel, helped me out with the Sierra. Now this, and I'm probably gonna get some more things for other vehicles as well. But yeah guys, be sure to use my discount code. I will put it right here on the screen. You guys can go ahead and save you guys some money at checkout, and you guys see how good the bulbs are. I've done multiple videos, be sure to go back and watch them. But with that being said guys, let me know what you guys think of this whole install. Leave your comments down below. Any questions, as usual, be sure to DM me. I'll get back to you faster on there. And with that being said guys, I'll catch you guys on the next video.
Hey, oh God, this is crazy.